I'll start with the last question. I don't take any responsibility. I do blame the people around the leadership. And I don't feel betrayed by my father. I, again, blame the people around him. That's it.
This is a joint statement and a presser by Ms. Duduzile Zuma Sambutla and myself, Nhlamula Ndlela, on the recent announcements by the Umkhonto weSizwe party leadership, and as well as the purported expulsions. I will now read the media statement. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, at the outset, we wish all fathers across South Africa, our President, His Excellency, President Jacob Gelethleisa Zuma, and all fathers in the Umkhonto weSizwe party and beyond, a happy Father's Day. May this day be filled with reflection, unity, and appreciation for all the roles that fathers play in building strong families and a liberation nation. We address South Africans today in response to reports of our purported expulsion from the MK party. Reports which we first learned through the media despite being long-standing and disciplined members of the organization. From the inception of the MK party, we served the movement with dedication, loyalty, and commitment. And at all material times, we have acted in the best interests of the movement and in accordance with the instructions and mandates given by leadership. On the background and suspension and purported expulsion, in the period leading up to my suspension, there were repeated attempts to isolate me from the president and to undermine mine and his role in the organization.
Duduzile Zuma Sambutla and former MK party spokesperson Nhlamula Ndlela have vowed to challenge the expulsion from the party in the High Court, describing the decision as unlawful and a threat to internal democracy. The pair made the announcement during a media briefing in Sandton on Sunday, just 3 days after the Umkhonto weSizwe party terminated their memberships with immediate effect. Nhlamula Ndlela said we will be instructing our lawyers to approach the High Court and challenge our expulsions. The people did not vote for internal conflict. Their removal was announced on Thursday by MK Party Secretary General Sibonile Nomvalo, who said both members had acted in ways that violated the party's constitution, values, and organizational interest. According to the party, Zuma Sambutla, the daughter of former President Jacob Zuma, used public platforms and social media to undermine party unity, fuel factional divisions, and publicly discredited the party's leadership. Ndlela, meanwhile, was accused of convening unauthorized media briefings and misrepresenting the party's official position. The two also face allegations relating to the death of the MK party member of parliament, Mzikaisi Ntshingila, who died on 4 June at the age of 43. The party claims they transferred the lying MP to another medical facility without informing his family and removed his personal belongings from his parliamentary residence without the family's knowledge. In addition, the party alleges they defied an instruction from parliamentary leader Dr. John Hlophe not to attend Ntshingil's funeral or issue public statements about the deceased. Addressing the media, Zuma Sambutla and Ndlela insisted they were never formally notified of their expulsions and only became aware of the decision through media reports. Ndlela argued that the move sets a dangerous precedent within the organization, and said if constitutional protections can be ignored for founders of the movement, what protection remains for ordinary members? Today it is the founding members, tomorrow it may be branch leaders, then councillors, and eventually ordinary members. Zuma Sambutla distanced her father, former President Jacob Zuma, from the controversy, saying she does not feel betrayed by him. Said, "I don't blame my father. I blame the people around the leadership. I don't feel betrayed by my father. I again blame the people around him. The legal challenge is expected to test whether the Umkhonto weSizwe Party followed its own constitutional processes in expelling two of its most prominent members, what has become the latest chapter in the party's growing internal divisions. Meanwhile, Nomvalo said the pair had made a series of actions, public statements, and activities that were in conflict with the constitutional obligations of members and leaders of the MK party and had undermined organizational unity, discipline, and cohesion. Nomvalo highlighted that Zuma Samputla had made repeated public statements and social media posts that undermined the authority of party leadership and led to factionalism within the party. In Ndlela's case, Nomvalo referred to an unauthorized press briefing he held in May, which led to his immediate removal as the party spokesperson. Nhlamulo Ndlela stated that he was deliberately isolated from party leadership in the period before the disciplinary action, and said reports which we first learned through the media, despite being long-standing and disciplined members of the organization. From the inception of the MK party, we served the movement with dedication, loyalty, and commitment, and at all material times we have acted in the best interest of the movement and in accordance with the instructions and mandates given by leadership. On the background and suspension and purported expulsion, in the period leading up to my suspension, there were repeated attempts to isolate me from the president and his role in the organization. The life partner of Mmusi Ntshingila, Ayanda Maseko, held a different view to that held by the MK party's leadership. Ayanda, who participated in Sunday's press briefing, said it was Ndlela and Zuma Samputla who supported her and Maseko during the period of his ill health. She said Dudu was a constant source of support throughout Mmusi's illness. She stood by us and provided comfort when it was needed. She denied that Ndlela and Zuma Samputla made any decisions on which hospitals Ntshingila should be admitted to. Mmusi was capable of making his own decisions, she said.
You know, as what Dudu is saying, from day one, this party has never had an SG that's capable of actually leading this organization. Fact. And the president should not be blamed for changing SGs. And you can see already that with this particular one, where it's going. The problem is that when people occupy that role, the first thing that happens is that they become arrogant. They become celebrities. They now want to come in and just change without consultation. They want to abuse their power. And the problem is because, you see, you're dealing with people whose mindset is of that of politics. They don't have a liberation agenda. Umkhonto weSizwe was founded by activists. And most of those SGs, by the way, were not on the ground. So they don't understand the party.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.